Right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Is this working? Is test 1, 2? Yeah, it seems to be working alright. Let's try not to blow out anyone's eardrums, however. Okay. Let's swap over to our game stream. Now, I'm not going to be able to very well check my chat, so apologies if I miss your stuff. I will Alt-Tab, try and see every once in a while if someone's trying to tell me something. Got Pepper here joining us. Keep me company while I'm working. Here we go. Come on, Cal. So I've already got a little bit started here on the pack. This is absolutely destroying my bit rate. I'm willing to bet. Go on, cow. Get in there. Excellent. Make me more cows. There we go. So what we're going to do is video settings, simulation distance, max frame rate. We're going to unlimit you. That's fancy. GUI scale auto. Chunks. Parallel threads. Smooth lighting. Okay. That seems to be okay. Yeah. I think it's just because I started the stream, so it's being a little bit chonky. Let's sleep here. Now, normally I'd be showing off one of my own packs, but I hadn't gotten a chance to play with the new one here yet, and I'm just like, you know what? Why not? Let's play with it. Huh. Interesting. Well, so long as I could just press away all of these terrible X marks, I think we'll be groovy. Oop. I might want to actually change off the music or switch over to my other music here. It's like I thought this was all gonna be nothing but like a breakbeat mix, and I was wrong. Because of course I am. I always am. Alright, do we got some dirt in here? We do have some dirt in here. Now, I do have a trident, and that kind of came at a bit of a cost. Uh, I didn't spawn this one. However, I did have to admin kill a creature that spawns, and this is a little bit of a warning for those of you who are freshly getting into the pack. Apparently, one of the mods is adding in some sort of legendary monsters or something like that, and so these things will, as I found out as I was sailing around on my little raft, one hit KO you, even while in armor. So that was fun. That's also kind of like why I came out here. Ooh, that's an ugly sign. That's an aquifer. I'm not looking forward to that. Alright. That aquifer is going to be butts. Alright, so I'm going to patch up the land over here just a smidge. And I filled in that hole over here? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. Put these back away. Wonder what's causing that. Oh, that might be what it is. It's just that chunk over there popping in and out. Or maybe, who knows? Just got a little bit of stutter there. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to switch over our music. Ah, that's better. Oof. Also, I just noticed that my viewer is not doing so hot on this. Let's see here. Group 4 filters. We're just gonna get rid of the color key. Yes. So I don't think it'll hurt to have that in the top corner. You're already having to deal with the Restream logo, so that's fun. I might actually have to get rid of that. I'll see if, because I can do scene collections, so I might be able to do profiles here on OBS again and switch that back over. It's been a while since I've messed with that stuff. There we go. There's my pack. Is that Pepper barking? She what? Oh, okay. That's a first. Uh, well, at least she's okay. Uh, Sorry, so apparently Pepper has decided to start sneeze barking. Alright, so we've got a few deposits up here. We could take advantage of this, I'm sure. If nothing else, let's grab some coal. I would like a stone foundation for whatever structure that we're building, which is admittedly going to be a pain in the butt because... Ooh, pretty aluminum. Because we have slow mining options right now, unfortunately. Which is fine. I mean, if nothing else, it'll be a little bit of relaxing, a little ASMR-y. I know y'all kids like the ASMR stuffs. Actually, what am I doing? Options. Music sounds. Well, I'll need to have the music on, so that way I can tell what time of day it is. Because that's one of those things that's kind of like, you're you're in a basically a little mole hole that you've dug out for the last several hours and have no idea whether it's day or night outside. All right, but we're getting plenty of copper too, which is excellent for early game. I'd like to have copper and leather because I want to make that tinker's armor to start off with, the traveler's gear. I haven't gotten to play with it. I've got it on my pack and on the server that we run for Alchemist Lair, but uh, yeah, I think only my friend is using the new Tinker armor. My dev partner, he's all about that stuff. I have been a little bit upset with how stingy Tinkers has been with its, or like how it repairs stuff now. Like you end up using almost all of your metal just to repair a hammer. Uranium. Alright, so there is supposed to be some interesting stuff up here. I haven't gotten to look yet, but let's poke our noses up the hill. Man, just there's uranium everywhere, I swear. Even back on like here, I'll show you the map for where we started out at. Started out, I believe, right about here on this little sandbar. I found chunks of uranium all throughout there, all out here, along out here, in this crevasse. Up here in these hills, I kept finding uranium. Down here, where it's like, there's a big old copper dripstone cave somewhere in here. We found it underneath the village. It's like, who knows? Maybe this is some post-apocalyptic world. Oh yeah, we're not going here. This is where you can see the mossy stone bricks. Yeah, there's a structure right here. You can see a little bit of the square. It was not very kind to me, to say the least. So we're not going there. We don't go there. We'll stick up here in the cold north, with what I imagine are flower fields up here. Blooming Plateau. It's kind of what I was looking to see. Ooh. Okay, I like this up here. And we've got the new mechanism stuff, so mechanisms made it back into the pack, which is nice. Un burro. Hold, hold on. I'd like you because you get saddlebags. Come on. Come on. Stop being a grumpy ass. Literally in this case. There we go. I got a donkey now. Alright. Donkey. How am I going to lure you down the hill? What do donkeys eat? Or what can I lure a donkey with? Obviously, I would need just like a lead, but we haven't had a traveling salesman come by for me to bury a hatchet in his head. Oh, I am tempted to just move up here because it's just pretty. It's these rolling hills, and then you can look down over the edge, and oh boy, that's a cleave. Don't want to tumble down there. Can look over there. Ooh, ice caves and stuff like that too. Nice. Yeah, I chose an interesting area to set up in, I feel. We don't have enough durability on this pick to go goofing around in there. We don't have any metal. Or not metal, wood. Yeah, that's the thing I need. Can I push you around? I mean, I can, actually. I'll push you down the hill. You're my donkey, right? Yeah. So this shouldn't be too hard. Come on, burro. Let's go. Probably gonna give someone, like, motion sickness doing this. Actually, he is surprisingly compliant with me just pushing him down the hill. Nope, 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 nope. Look, I need a steed. It's early game. Eh. And you will at least carry packs. Come on. You're no hi-ho silver, but you could be if you were a good donkey. Or are you going to be like the Shrek donkey? You're going to be the Shrek donkey, aren't you? Vince, irritating little tiny beast of burden. Okay, I'm going to try not to kill it, because I could see that this is going to be a little bit steep. Alright, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh no, I see a creeper on the hill above. Oh no, 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 no. Let's go, buddy. Let's go, buddy. Come on, come on. Almost to the bed. Almost to the bed. Almost to safety. Almost to your new cow friends. I promise they won't talk crap about you. Uh, Not like that other donkey up there. They're a jerk. Eh. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's move. Come on. Yeah, also, apologies for audio quality today, or at least I have no idea if that's bad audio quality or not. But my lady friend's place, and she's got a different pair of headphones for me to use for while I'm doing this. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. This is obviously the stuff that you guys tune in to watch. The great action. Oof. Oh, and there's a damn skeleton over there. Not happy. Not happy. Not happy. Not happy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Uh, Stop being so stubborn. I know you're an ass, but come on. Oh, so close. So damn close. Almost. Almost. Whew. Okay. Now time for bed. Oh no, 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 no. I do not want to deal with your ass. Come here. I'm gonna steal your bones. Champion Hunter. You know, um that's probably what it is. Champion is in here, the elusive C4. Quick draw on a bow. Ooh, that'd be a nice little grab. Um and that was the only thing he dropped. Ooh, boo hale. I got my butt whooped for that. Alright. Do we have space for any of this stuff? Not really. Well, if anything else. Oh, You stay the heck away from my stuff, you stinking creeper. Where the heck did you even come from? You know what? I'm not even going to trust it. I'm just going to light up this whole area over here. Alright. So, if I level this little hillock, should be plenty of material for me. Okay. Oop. Well, would help to get my cobblestone for pickaxes. Actually, let's see what options we have for hammers. Oh, there's the pneumatic craft, pneumatic jackhammer. I want to do pneumatic craft this playthrough. I have never gotten to play pneumatic craft. Framed hammer. Of course, all the tinker hammers. So we don't have any vanilla-esque hammers, unfortunately. That sucks. E. Do we have drills? Well, a hammer drill would be cool too, but no, I want to see if we have any drills. Well, we have the create stuff, of course. Assembly drill. Ooh, looks like they finally updated their models after all these years. That'll be nice. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to goofing around with that. All right, so Fluxibore. Probably our first option to be able to do this. We need a drill head, gold gears, redstone coils, and some tin gears. And the drill head is just iron and copper. Ooh, wow, that's a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. So we need to get digging. That's the unfortunate thing. All right, let's see. I do have a mess load of oak saplings. I'm gonna toss them in. Let's see. Well, is there anything that I could offload? I mean, I've got like 4 pieces of dirt and 3 pieces of gravel, so let's take advantage of that instead and put those away. Um, Blast furnace we can unload. Because we're just going to be kind of like living off the side right here. I'm definitely going to take the stone cutter out. So, put the blast furnace here and stone furnace, or stone cutter here. So, I'll be able to do a little bit more aesthetic building like you guys know I like to do. Boop, 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 boop. You know what? Let's chew the top of this little hill off and we'll coat it in trees. This will be our impromptu tree farm. Ar Arboreum? I think that's a. You know, considering growing up in rural Texas, you'd think I'd know the term for this, especially considering we passed one every day going to school. All right. All right. Whirlsprig, you go ahead and handle this stuff. I trust you. And your little fancy flashy particle effects. Um, there's iron over here. I can't resist it. All right, let's get some iron. Because that's the other thing that we're going to need. Before I get, like, completely tucked in for all that, all my building. Come on. There we go. There's one. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. 2. Ooh, all right. I do like we have that waterfall just sort of like cascading over there. This is actually a fairly pretty little spot to set up shop in. I like that. And plenty of these big old blue flowers. We have our cow friends and Mr. Donkey. Guess we'll call him Jack. Seems to be the most appropriate thing, huh? Alright. Throw you in the blast furnace that I stole from the village. They're not using it. They're villagers. They're too dumb to use it. Oh, right. Well, I can keep that, but I will take, like, we'll put the gravel over here, screw it. We'll put gravel around the teleport stone. Why? Because, I don't know, kind of looks neat. It stands out. Sort of. Also, you guys are not going to get to see me today because we do not have a webcam set up for this, so just gonna have to deal with that one. All right, I would like to honestly put away a lot of this stuff here. Um, we're gonna need more wood, a lot more wood. All right, got all of that, and I'd like to take some coal out. Do 8 pieces, that should be 32 torches. Or 39, whichever comes first. Boop, boop, boop. Get rid of you. That will make 4 picks right there. And then we'll need our iron, because I would like some actual iron pickaxes. We'll do 2 iron pickaxes. Then we'll do... I could probably just put away that sword. So I've got the trident with me. I'd rather use the trident. Do those. What else am I going to need for going into the depths? A shovel would be a good idea, so we can pull some shovels out of this. Oh, there's the other piece of iron. I wanted a bucket. A bucket, if you would. Alright. 1, 2, and 3. We'll take a shovel, and then a hoe. The axe can stay here as a backup, because we're not going to need that underground. I'd store the sticks, but out of space. Let's just turn them into torches. Now, the question is, do I want to do an open pit quarry? I think I should be able to do a pit quarry, and then we'll move into, like, a descent sort of deal. I think that'll work. Oh, goodness. Ugh. We're definitely going to need a lot more storage. Alright, let's go ahead and make the rest of these. Full set of torches, done. Let's get some corn planted over here on the surface. Corn and potatoes. Yeah, let's get some wheat and some sweet berries down too, because that'll probably be the smarter decision. And we do have pumpkins, so we can start on pumpkins quickly. Some cabbage. The rice, I think we could manage the... Oh, it's nighttime. Time to go to bed. I think we should be able to manage the thing. Okay. Shouldn't be hard. Or too hard, I should say. So let's... I know I just made that bucket, but... It's just such an easy way of handling this early on. And then we'll just do some, was it, cane going over there? Alright, corn will be a really good early staple crop, as will potats, wheat, wheat. Let's do a line of cabbage down. Not sure what you can use cabbage for, but I'm sure there's plenty of stuff. Good with all of those. The sweet berries can get planted here like that, just right along the side. Throw that down. We want some light over here for these plants too. And let's do some rice. We'll just plant it right here along the side. There we go. Now we actually have a quick garden, quick tree farm. All that's good, good. Groovy. I'll grab half of my sugar cane and we're gonna go plant this just right here on the shore. No muss, no fuss, just a little handful of reeds. Alright. So that allows me to... Oh, no, wait. See, I almost did a dumb. I forgot that I was going to uh, get a thing of pumpkins going over here. Because we could certainly use with pumpkins. Let's grab that water, put you right there, and 1, 2. Then, actually, you know what? No, that won't work. Ew. All right, come up. Back, back. All right. Well, what I could do actually is we'll tunnel back into that. Grab that water, put it there, close that up. It will still work. And I can move that up. And I can kill my 2 berry bushes, because, you know, I'm smart. Very smart. That smarts. Yeah. Alright. And we'll turn that all into cropland for our pumpkins. There. They only have one direction to be able to grow, so that'll be good. I won't have to worry about any of that stuff. Let's do a standard torch right there, and a torch over here, and a torch. Oh, wow. That grew incredibly fast. All right. I do know probably be eating a lot of rice out here, so let's throw down another piece of rice right there. There we go. That's a good start for us to be able to keep some food. And the rest of these seeds we'll put away. Those potatoes we could probably cook, actually. That'd be a good idea. Let's grab the charcoal. We'll throw that in there. Or actually, you know what? Nah, we'll just screw it. It's oh, sure. Hold on. Nah, nobody cares. Actually, I should probably check the chat. Yeah, I think it's still just me watching, but it's okay. I'm getting back videos. All right, let's throw these down here. Move that over like that. Put these down there. The bucket will be there to save my butt when I need that. And then store our coal. That should be enough. Okay. We're going better. I'm sorry. Still? Oh, good lord. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, hon. Good heavens. Yeah, it sounds like Russia. Okay. No, 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 no. I'm playing a video game, dear. Yeah. No, like I've got it like uploaded to my YouTube and stuff like that, but it's just like nobody. Yeah. So I'm Just goofing around with the new pack right here, the one that I told you about for us to play. Yeah, and just setting up my base thing. You see where this big old square is right here? I'm gonna chew out one of these so that I can get a bunch of stone, and then I can use that stone to start forming up houses and stuff like that. I think you'll actually like this area. This entire top of this hill is coated in flowers. And you've got like all of this pretty snowland, and then you got like what is it? Icebergs sitting there bobbing out in the ocean. Yeah. I really like how you've got like a little waterfall coming off of that mountain over there. But first, I've got to level out all this stuff. Oh, and I somehow still don't know how I managed it, but I managed to tame that donkey up there in the fields and bring it. Because it was just like I had to push it all the way from up there, and it kept trying to like run against me to try and go back. Three cows actually. There's a baby cow in there. Or well, it was a baby cow. Now it's an adult cow. But I didn't put down what's it called, a pin for them yet, so they have to use a hole. It'll be okay. Yeah, in this case, it definitely does. Mm, they're just practicing their incompetence. Yes, they're really good at it. It's monumentally impressive. Okay. Yeah, let's chew this little hillock down. Won't be too hard. I'm sort of thinking about doing a small, like once I chew this down, we'll put like a little mining facade right there, mine shaft facade right there, and that will be for our initial mine. I'll put a storage silo inside of it for all of our tailings, and that should be pretty good. Also, I thought I was going to mine this out by chunk, but I think that's a bad idea. So let's F3G, we'll get rid of that. And it's looking like nighttime setting in. So let's throw some torches down, and I was smart enough to grab a bed. Oh, hey. Kill the boredom of not having work to do. Oh, oops. Well, I mean, at least it's not the 4 days that they projected. Nope. Oh, no. Okay. Let me do something real quick here. Whoops, forgot that I had that muted, folks. Alrighty. Oh, I'm glad it's not even rebroadcasting with the stupid restream icon on it. That's really good. Thank goodness. I was really worried about that. I mean, admittedly, I've been doing this for a long while, so yeah. And I just realized I have not had the music on this entire time because I am special as hell. All right, let's add audio output capture, add existing headphones. Okay, there we go. Oof. Just stretch a little bit here. Yes, hello, Pepper. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys Pepper today, but know that she says hello and that she loves you all. Yes, that's right. Yeah, you love everybody, don't you? Oh, oh, snort. Picked her up here. She's saying hi. Hello, hello, yes. Oh, you're a sweet puppy. Yes, you are. Wag, wag, wag. You thought you were getting snacks, huh? You thought you were gonna get snacks. No, no snacks for you. You got kibble kibbles. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Go get some kibble. Go on. Go. Go attack. Yeah. Go get her. Go get her. Kill. Seek. Murder. As she just walks around in a circle. She eventually made it. That was funny. Oh, goodness. This little... Oh, oh, that's what you did. Ran away with the chicken. But of course. Uh, Sorry about that, little dog. You can't exactly ignore little dog. Alrighty. Now, where was I? Oh, boy. Back to game. Vaguely ominous music. So, idea-wise, I kind of want to shave this. Let's see, we'll do... just sort of like that. And then we'll keep this plateau over here. And I'll even sort of even that out a little bit with the extra dirt. And up here, I think this is where we'll do our little starter home itself. Because we have like this cascading yard we can do. That'll be nice. A little bit of home improvement. And I could always bulk up the dirt over here to actually follow this a little bit cleaner. So it's like it's got a bit of a roll to the hill. There. I am going to come back through, of course, with some other stuff and Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot better. Okay. And we're going to chop all of this stone out here. Which really, I should just go ahead and start mining just so that we have materials to get our drill going. And... oh, hello. What was that? Oh, I thought I saw something. Do we have mana and artifice? I really hope we have the new mana and artifice. No. That's no fun. We don't have mana and artifice. You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and add it in. Just because it was in the last one. And Ars Nouveau is in here, which I really like Ars Nouveau, but I want to play with that new one. So we're going to do a little bit of mod pack surgery, shall we say. We're going to save and quit. Shouldn't take too long to reopen the pack. It's pretty quick on that end. Let's see. Good old mod pack surgery. And for those of you who are unaware of how this stuff works, I can go ahead and do a quick flybox tutorial on that, which I think that might be kind of, you know, that might be a little bit neat. All right. Alright, there we go. It has saved. We're going to hit quit. And let me swap over to to showcase our display capture. There we go. So you guys can see behind the scenes. Alright. So I'm running all of this through GD. As nutso as GD's dev has been, he's not a terrible guy, but he's got some weird things he's convinced himself of. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go here to our Direwolf pack. Yeah, I do highly suggest using GD over all of the other launchers. I do have the other ones installed, but that's just because I'm a dev and I need to check if my stuff works on that, and it's blech. I don't like it. Fucking Overwolf is it is damn near spyware. But all right, we're gonna go to mods. We're gonna add mod. Oh, that's why it's not showing up. Now, I do have the Mana and Artifice guys on my Discord. Let me find that real quick. Mana and Artifice downloads. The Artifice update. This is for 18.1 and will not be backported to 18.5. Oh, okay. That's why it's not on here. Damn. Well, I mean, I can put this in my pack. I can do that, and that'll be fine. Damn it. I was so looking forward to it. Fuck. Oh well. That's fine. So, but, I mean, in case you ever, like, want to mess with any of these packs, you want to crack them open and, like, maybe add something that you like better or remove something you don't like, you can easily do it this way. Just kind of, like, open that up. Some mods, like, so if you're using FTB stuff, this is one of the weird things. FTB will they have their own repository for mods, so they're not reliant on CurseForge. So some of their mods and stuff like that, especially like their privately developed ones, will only be available through there, and you're not going to find it when you do add mod. And it's internal stuff for theirs. They've always handled their stuff really particular, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and we're going to reboot our pack. And while that's doing that, I'm going to swap over our display capture off. You guys don't need to see my messy ass desktop. Well, normally it's actually really arranged. It just happens to be that I'm using one screen today instead of two. So all of my stuff gets messed up. But that's okay. ATC, okay. Let's pull our thing back up here. Now, I was listening to Spotify. Could put that back on if anybody's interested in that. You know what? Like this is good music. I'm enjoying this music. But I want to finish listening to my Joe Rogan. I was in the middle of it when I started in on stuff earlier while I was painting, and so yeah, my favorite band is on there, so I kind of gotta listen to it. Rojogan. I kind of wish people were still doing those silly YouTube poop things of that. It'd be great. Tighten up on your reins, you're running wild, baby child. Ugh. Yeah. I'll put this blanket back on. And you know what? Let's see. Kind of want to take this off for a second, see it's a little bit more easier on me to sit on it like this. Oh yeah, that's a lot easier on me. Sorry about that. Fixing sitting arrangements. There we are. Oh yeah, that's a million times better. Right, come on. Why is Rojogan not working? No, I wanted Rojogan. Come on.
And now you can just get that in a drip. Dude. You just go to a place and they're like, "What, are you depressed? Dan, have a seat. I'm gonna bring you to another dimension."
We know 3 people who we've worked with over the years who all did the same thing. They all took LSD every day for a year. These are independent of each other, these people. And they're 3 of the smartest people that we know. But I feel like it's almost, that. But also one
She's
guy
in the room.
in particular,
Dear, do you have pepper?
he would take it before he went to bed.
Yeah.
He taught himself how to sleep on acid.
Oh my god, that's insane. That's insane.
Yeah.
I bet it's like, remember in the old days when people had computers and they would overclock their computers? Remember those days?
No, what is it?
No, Jamie, you know what I'm talking about, the early days of gaming computers? Yeah, I'm sure they do. But in the early days, when people started making computers for gaming, you would
Oh, nice.
change the
Alright, while this is loading,
overclock it past its specifications.
I can actually...
But some would burn out and break.
Stream
Some of them,
Manager...
though, would make it better. And I think that's the way brains work. I think it's the same. I think if some people do acid, it just bang,
Yeah.
and then you got broken pistons and fucking smoke coming out of the pipes. Some people can maintain high RPMs on that shit, and it actually like just like making a computer more functional or more power, more juice. I think it does it to people too, but I just don't think most people can maintain it.
Dude, I think the amount of
And once you go there too far, you can't go back.
Most people know someone
oh yeah,
who's
Let's
gone
see.
went to dark lands.
School with a girl whose dad had taken too much acid. And we used to go to this pool in the summertime, and I saw him one time, and he was in front of it's like a public pool, you know. And in front of the pool, he was selling tie-dye T-shirts.
yeah.
Oh,
All right,
God.
looks like
Well,
game
he
is
was
back up.
So fried, man.
I think also
Crazy.
it fast tracks like schizophrenia if you have it. You know,
Yeah.
you can jump to the front of the line there.
There's a book about that that Alex Berenson wrote about edible weed in general, but I think edible weed is the one that really does people in. There's something about it for some people, for people that have a tendency toward schizophrenics, it seems to indicate that it might trigger that.
Oh, I had a girlfriend whose brother smoked some weed laced with something. I guess I don't know what it was, but I had to go pick him up from college, and he came back. It was like he thought the TV was, talking to him, and it was terrifying. And like 3 or 4 days later, it kind of mellowed out. But I was like,
Oh, guys have gone. I mean, the guy from Pink Floyd.
Sid Barrett.
Yeah. Right. That was a LSD thing too, right?
Oh yeah, I think it. I mean, I think we grew up around a lot of like burnouts, really.
Even the Unabomber. The Unabomber was a part of the Harvard LSD studies.
Ted Kaczynski,
Yeah.
fucking insane, man.
Yeah, they ran studies on that dude with acid. Back in the day when they would just try shit on people.
Yeah.
You guys ever heard of Operation Midnight Climax?
Is that the dude that they jumped out of his window or something?
No, it was the CIA had an LSD program that they would do in brothels.
Oh yeah.
So they would dose up these Johns. They'd come in and talk to the ladies, and the ladies would give them a drink, and they would drink it, and they'd be tripping balls on acid, and they'd film them and ask them questions and shit.
Just get all kinds of dirt. Yeah.
Just watch them have sex and freak out,
Oh my god.
and not even knowing you're on acid.
I met this chick who was in the she was in the CIA for a while. She was telling me about it. Her job was she was like partnered up with a guy who she ended up, I guess, maybe being romantic with, but they both were agents, and they were sent to China to like start an art gallery, and like they were like basically hanging out with like the artists and the subculture, and then selling that work to like the successful business guys and politicians, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
All
she was
right,
talking
there
about
we
it,
go.
They let her out of the thing, but yeah. So I'd always wanted to be in the CIA.
Our window thing is Operation Midnight Climax.
What is
They're
the different one?
It's the same thing.
He jumped out of a window. They scared this guy to the point where he killed himself.
Oh, so the guy, one of the Johns jumped out a window.
And they believe, it's the same program.
He had young kids, and
Oh God.
yeah.
Oh, they did. They also ran the Haight-Ashbury Free Clinic, where Marilyn Manson, or no, not Marilyn Manson, Charles Manson, excuse me, was getting all his acid. It was all from the same program. It's this guy Jolly West in the CIA. It's wild shit was going on back then.
Yeah.
What are they up to now?
With the CIA, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. Where are they at now?
They probably run TikTok.
Are they giving ketamine trips?
Dude, the last time we were on here, like 3 days later, I ran into we were playing our first arena show in years at the Pepsi Center in Denver. I reached out to you after this, but I was like sitting backstage, and our production manager came back. He said, "Hey man, Tom DeLong's here. He wants to meet you." And I was like, "Really? I've never met Tom." And I was like, "Sure, yeah. Please send him back." And Tom's cool as hell. I never met him, but man, he freaked the shit out of me. Right before I went on stage in front of like 15,000 people, he was like, "Yeah, UFO," for an hour. He's like, "UFOs are real. They're watching everything we're doing." A lot of shit going on. Dude, for an hour. What the fuck? And I got so paranoid. Then I went out after the show that night to this bar, and I like met these ex-military guys. Like, hey, we own this bar here. You should come hang out. And I would follow them to this bar, and they're like, oh yeah, there's these some girls that might stop by. I was like, okay, yeah, like they're Russian, they're strippers. And I was like, what the fuck? They don't give visas to Russian strippers. And then all they did is sat there and asked me how I felt about Vladimir Putin for like an hour.
What the
Straight up. And I was
fuck?
like, what are you doing to me?
What the fuck?
This
Are you asking me? And I was like, these are all military. I'm like, I get me the fuck out of here. It was insane. So yeah, I don't know, man. They got me so
That's
freaked out.
fucking
But a part of
funny.
it probably was the fact that Tom DeLonge was telling me that, like, he told me that he was like, do you remember the blackout that happened in 2003 in New York? Which I remember because we were traveling in from Europe, and we landed at Newark like right around then, and our flight got all delayed, and we ended up renting a car. But the power outage that happened, they say it happened in Akron, where we're from. They say like some dumbass, like Homer Simpson type, just hit the wrong button. That's what they said. He was like, oh, no, it was actually the government shot down a UFO that day with the electromagnetic pulse.
I had Tom on my podcast, and he's a really nice guy.
So nice.
Really nice guy and very talented musician. But I think he is a believer, and I don't say that it's not a negative. It's a state of mind. State of mind where you're a believer first, like you believe in UFOs. You want to believe in UFOs, and then it takes on a religious quality, and it can happen with almost anything. It can happen even with atheism. It can happen with anything. People just could decide that you don't want to ever question any aspect of it. You just want to only look at it like UFOs are fucking real, man. So he showed us some videos, and I was laughing. I'm like, dude, this is the fakest looking shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, I think there's no doubt that there's probably, I'm not saying there's no doubt, we might be the only life out there. That's a possibility, because we don't know for sure there's other life out there. But we might not be. And more likely than not, we're not.
Yeah.
More likely than not, there's a fucking infinite number of civilizations out there. More likely. Have they gotten here? Fuck, man, maybe. If they were really good, if they knew how to get here, don't you think they'd be able to hide? I mean, we have fucking radar jammers on front license plates to try to stop cops from, hitting you with the speeding gun. You don't think they're smart enough to avoid detection? So maybe they have been here. But there's also a lot of fucking crazy people.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of crazy people that are believers. They're just fucking stone cold believers, whether it's in Bigfoot or UFOs.
It's not hard to start believing that, in a conspiracy. You know what I mean?
Not at all. It's easy to
It's
believe.
very easy, and whatever it may be, it's just when you go fully deep into it.
Yes.
It's where it can get a little freaky. I mean,
I think most likely.
When I was a teenager, my friends and I used to go to this this little video rental store, and they had a section on, it was all conspiracy videos. The guy that owned it must have been into it, but they had videos on the Illuminati, and people rent these things, and
Which place is this?
it was over by it was behind Fairlawn Bowl. I forget the name of the
Those
rental
things
place.
were great before the internet.
But dude, we got
The video stores?
Yeah, well, I mean those conspiracy movies before you could research whether or not
Remember
they were
Faces
bullshit.
of Death? Remember
Oh,
those
yeah.
videos? God.
But the thing about those conspiracies, they're like, oh yeah, there's like Hillary Clinton's like lizard. And,
Yeah, lizard people.
You can see George Bush's gills open up. And whatever. I mean, I will say this, though, like we have been in some. We've definitely
More
been in
uranium, good
situations where
lord.
it's like, oh, why are all these people hanging out with each other? It's like
Right.
every rich and famous person hangs out and on vacation here together. In St. Bart's on New Year's Eve, it's like if you ever wanted to take over the world, you just need to take over St. Bart's on New Year's Eve. You'd have full control of the world, straight up. Every yacht's there. We played a show there for Larry Gagosian and Roman Abramovich years ago, and it was really cool, like private little beach party. And like a bunch of celebrities were there, like Chris Rock, and it was like Rick Rubin and whatever. But then at the same time, like we're flying in and we land, and they're like, oh yeah, they're gonna take a boat from St. Martin's over to St. Bart's. So I get on this boat, and it's like this thing's flying. It's going like 80 miles an hour. I was like, what the fuck? This boat? This is Roman Abramovich's yacht. He's like, no, man, this is Roman's boat that goes inside of his yacht. And I was like, yeah, there's two of these boats go inside his boat, and they had like forward-looking infrared. You could see like it looked like daylight, and there's flying.
Holy shit!
And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I was like, how often does he have to like refuel that boat? He's like, the pilot, the ship guy, whatever, skipper was like, he was like, that boat? Every 2 years you need to take that thing to fuel. And I was like, what the fuck? It's like, I was like, is that like a nuclear reactor on that? He just looked at me like I was an idiot. I still don't know, but I was like, fuck, man. I was like, that's like, it could be a really good Adam Sandler vehicle, like Airheads, but instead of taking over a radio station, they take over the world by, I don't know.
Well,
The band goes and plays St. Bart's, and then just like,
it'd be good to do it at this time when the Russian oligarchs are all getting their yachts stolen from them.
Yeah.
you gotta wonder why everybody wants that yacht. All those rich guys want the fucking yacht, the big huge yacht. David Geffen.
Yeah, they
What's
have their
in
own
these
little
yachts?
town.
What powers these? Yeah.
It's just the ultimate baller thing, isn't it?
No,
For those
dude.
guys,
I think, dude, they're armed, straight up.
they're armed.
Oh yeah,
So those things are like military vehicles.
I know. I heard that Romans had some fucking weapons on it. They fucking
Jesus Christ!
torpedoes.
So they're driving around an armored city, and then
Torpedoes.
Dude, yes.
so do you,
Dude, surface to air missiles. I'm not
Jesus Christ!
straight up.
In their
dude.
yachts?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Wow. Didn't one of them have a submarine?
Of course, dude. What the fuck's going on?
What? Look
What
at that thing. 2 helipads, 2 swimming pools, bulletproof windows.
Dude, you can't just tell me these guys all just like loved G.I. Joe a lot or something. What the fuck?
It's $1.6 billion. It's a mini submarine.
Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous.
Boarding? What does that mean? That's crazy. It's got a fucking submarine.
Holy moly.
Yeah, $1.6 billion.
So you see something like that, you can't help it. Think it's
Hey,
some sort of
bro.
conspiracy, right?
Yeah, hey bro, where'd you get the money? Like you're balling out of control, fella. And so that's the weird thing. It's like they're taking everybody's stuff, but do they have to find out how they made their money? Are they asking for or it's just like, are you Russian? Are you rich? Well, then I'm
It's
stealing
weird.
your yacht.
It's very odd. I don't know. Yeah. It took.
It's kind of weird. Like part of me is like, yeah, fuck those guys, and part of me is like, wait, what's happening? Like, what are they doing with those yachts? Government has them now. Are they gonna sell them?
Dude, I don't know.
Who's gonna buy them? Who's gonna buy the Russian yachts? Probably hooked up to remote control. You know?
Yeah. Dude, do you remember when Katrina hit, and then like, there was a little news story that, like no one really mentioned. I didn't really see much about it, but like all these Navy trained dolphins escaped. Do you remember that?
Oh,
Remember
what?
that. I do remember that. I don't remember researching
Don't we need to
it.
know more about that? Someone just mentioned that. Like, what kind of dolphins are out there?
What do they train them for?
Well, they definitely trained them to blow up submarines. They did.
I
They trained them to be
love this.
suicide bombers. The global war on terror, the Navy reportedly began training dolphins to shoot potential terrorists targeting Navy ships.
What the
A potential
fuck?
investigator claimed that after Hurricane Katrina, a few of those deadly dolphin guards escaped, and the Navy has been looking for them ever
Oh
since.
goodness.
So they got armed dolphin assassins.
It's like a South Park episode.
What does it say? Roaming the seas with toxic? What is the thing that says there right underneath it? What does it say? Toxic. Toxic what? Toxic dart guns? Oh, Jesus Christ! They've got poison dart guns that they can shoot. Holy, look how they're rigged up. That is fucking. That is fucking insane. That is fucking insane.
Last seen headed towards St. Bart's.
Dude, that is so crazy. They armed dolphins and taught them to fuck things up.
Dude, and they like to fuck, I think.
They like to fuck,
Yeah.
and they also, unfortunately, engage in infanticide. They kill the babies. That's why female dolphins try to have sex with as many males as possible. When the female gets pregnant and she gives birth, the baby has to be with her for many years. Just take care of her. And she won't breed with other males. So males will try to kill her babies, try to get her to breed again. So if she has sex with a bunch of males, they're like, oh, those could be my kids. And he doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Dolphins are ruthless.
Flipper, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck, Dolph?
I was thinking about like I have a conspiracy theory too about cats. My wife's like obsessed with cats, and so is my stepdaughter. And I was talking to a buddy of ours, and he's like, "Oh yeah, cats, man. You know they got this toxoplasmosis. I heard you talking about it a couple weeks ago in here."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude," and he was like floating this idea that like, you know, it's a bacteria that it enters your brain, but it causes like rats to want to go up to, you know, they feel safe around cats. They want to engage with the cat. But I was like,
They actually get excited.
I started thinking, dude, like, what if cats actually domesticated people? Like cats actually, when people like make statues to the cats,
Yeah.
like the Egyptians worship the cats.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. Animals are fucking amazing. And I think I do kind of think like a cat, like they're cute and cuddly, but like people I know that like are cat lovers, like dude, it's so deep, it's so intense that they get offended when you even float that idea that like 'cause I've never like I lived with a cat so far in my house now for years. I see it. I try not to trip on it, but like I don't.
I would bet that toxoplasmosis, the same way it tricks a rat and
Yeah.
rewires a rat's body, it probably in some ways does exist in a way that the cats sort of domesticate us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Probably right. In
I don't
some
touch that-
weird way, it's like symbiotic. At least they're all connected together.
they kill the mice around my house. And
Yeah.
it's all cool, but I don't touch.
But
the
Ooh,
that
Nighter
cat
War.
shit, and that cat shit has that toxo in it. If you get it, you have it. That's it. I don't think they can cure that either.
I mean, think about like the stories. Like my stepdad bought a house before he met my mother, and the woman was living in there by herself with like 50 cats.
Oh,
just cat
Jesus.
piss all over the place. Like everyone was fine. Like she was fine with that.
Jesus.
That's not normal.
Yeah.
It's a toxo.
But it's common.
It's dude. Yeah. You don't hear about.
Common.
It's very
Imagine
common.
if tigers were really smart. How fucked would we be? They're really smart, like dolphin smart. But they like to. That's one thing that we're really lucky about. The things that like to kill shit other than humans, they're not that smart. They got good instincts, but they're not. But if they could change their environment and be that big, we'd be fucked. Cats are a weird animal.
I bought a house near Charleston a couple years ago, and it's weird living in a place where there's like alligators.
Ooh,
You know?
Jesus.
And I started golfing recently, and it's very unnerving to
Yeah.
not I'm an Ohio kid. I'm sitting there and like look over and like holy shit, there's like a 10-foot fucking alligator right here near my golf ball.
Mm.
Fucking insane. But yeah, I'm still not comfortable. Obviously being around a huge alligator like that.
You
but,
shouldn't be.
Yeah, but I rented this house in Kiowa Island right when I was moving to buying this house in Charleston. Kiowa was like it's like a golf kind of wonderland right south of Charleston. There's like 10 golf courses and some like luxury homes. I rented this place, and I was like, oh man, there's alligators everywhere. I should like look up like when was the last alligator like attack? And they're like, oh, some woman was killed. This is like May of 2020. Like some woman was killed in Kiowa, and it was like 2 weeks earlier. I like wonder where that happened. Dude, it happened like 150 feet from the front door of this house. I rented. This woman was taking a selfie. She went to go take a selfie with an alligator, and she apparently like took it and then walked away. And she said, "That's the last time I'll do that," because it like snapped at her, and it like apparently went up and.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can. They don't a lot, but they can. They certainly fucking can eat you. They've eaten people all the time. It's just a weird thing that people are too comfortable around them. I don't understand it. Like, they get real close to them and take pictures.
Dude.
It's like, what? Just because it's not moving doesn't mean it can't move.
We had family in St. Augustine, Florida. We go there every summer, and they've got the alligator farm there. It's so awesome. It would just scare the shit out of me, getting that close to alligators, man.
Holding a dinosaur.
I lived in Gainesville, Florida for 3 years. And back then, we'd throw marshmallows into the lake, and they would eat the marshmallows. Then eventually they decided that was bad for the alligators, so they asked people to not do it.
They all got diabetes.
Probably isn't good
Gave
enough.
alligators
Just
diabetes.
to see it. Like, how weird it was. I'm like, these things aren't even like fenced in. This is just a lake. and would I mean, it wasn't like some sort of organized park, and this is they're taking care of these alligators. No, these are wild alligators just hanging out.
There's this amusement park in Ohio called Cedar Point, and like there's like a carp infestation in Lake Erie. But you would go up there and they have like you could buy fish food and throw it in, but we all realized that you can spit in the water and they jump up and eat your spit. But I thought it was really fucking scary that these fish were so just ready to eat anything. But yeah, the alligator thing, man.
And they're nothing compared to crocodiles.
No.
One of the things they found in the Everglades is Nile crocodiles, and they're really worried that there's a breeding population. They don't think there is, but they've definitely found a couple Nile crocodiles. Those are the big ones. They eat like zebras and shit. They're hyper aggressive. That's a totally different thing. And assholes just let them loose in Florida.
like boa constrictors and pythons.
Pythons.
Yeah,
They've decimated the Everglades. There's almost 90-something% of the mammals that used to live there are gone. Like in terms of like their numbers, like 90% down deer, 90% down raccoons. Like everyone's getting fucked. They're so big and they're everywhere. They find like 19-foot long ones.
Oh.
They used to be people's pets. They just let them go. And there's so many of them.
There's a lot of meth there too.
So much.
Bad combination.
Yeah. Giant snakes, jungle snakes that eat everything. And meth.
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck.
Nightmare.
They even eat the alligators down there. They find alligators inside their stomachs. It's crazy. There's videos of them eating alligators. They'll eat anything. Pythons are like the ultimate demon.
Man, I'm just so fucking freaked out.
This is one this guy caught. Look at the size of this fucking thing. He says, the day I caught the biggest snake of my life in the Florida Everglades. Look at the size of that thing.
Holy fuck.
I mean, first of all, that guy's got balls. And what a grip he must have.
Where's the
hold
rest
on to
of
that
it?
thing. The rest of it, I don't know.
dude,
There it is.
people who love snakes love
Jesus,
snakes.
Look at the size of it.
Like cat lovers. Maybe there's like snake plasmosis.
Holy hell.
How big that thing is.
Jesus fuck, that is a huge
And these
damn
things eat
snake.
Like a whole deer. They'll eat a whole deer. Look at that thing. It's rooting to a pit.
I'm going down there.
Oh my god, this guy's crazy.
You just said there's killer bees in there too.
Oh my god. Why not piranhas? It should be everything. Oh, he just grabs it by its tail.
Fuck.
This guy's insane. You are fucking insane. Are you out of your fucking mind?
What is he in? What is that?
It's like a pit with a snake. That's like how he retrieves the snake. He has to go into the pit where they've captured the snake and where they're holding it up.
So they built the pit.
Oh
just
my
to keep the
goodness.
snake, or is that like it's like a billionaire escape pod?
Is that where a snake just was? Is that like a drainage thing?
Sorry, I had to look at the thing. That was ridiculous.
Well, his name's Iguana Man. I think he was brought out to get that.
So look at this. He gets it all the way to the end and then just fucking snatches it by the head. This guy's a savage.
He's got a UFC shirt on.
Of course he does. Probably does jujitsu.
Jesus.
Look how he grabbed that snake.
Holy
Like, bitch, you're mine. Holy fuck.
That's twice as long.
Look at that one. That's goddamn insane that something that size is just swimming around in Florida. And there's a shit ton of them.
Fucking hell, man.
When
When I lived in this house that was rat infested,
God damn it, man.
we would poison the rats, and then they would get like loopy and come out and start walking around with like blood coming from their mouth.
Oh,
and
Jesus
I would
Christ.
just go to my room and like hide in my room. Usually Dan would be the one to pick them up. But remember that time you picked up the rat that was like, I mean, he picked it up in a newspaper, and the nose and the tail. I mean, that thing was
It's
like
like a taco.
it was, dude. It was like 3 feet long. It was so huge. 2 feet long.
You ever see how small the holes are that they can
Oh
get
my
through?
God, man.
That's what's weird. They can compress their body and get into these really tight areas. That's how they can travel through pipes and shit. Like they really do pop up out of people's toilets sometimes. I mean, that's not a fake thing. I don't think. I think that's actually happened. God, I hope that's happened. How's that happen? Let's find out. What do you think?
My mom used to always tell us about that.
Yeah, a rat's gonna pop out. That was always the big myth. Is it real? Oh my God, there's a rat. A A rat could really wriggle up your toilet.
I always wear a cup when I sit down in the toilet.
Stop rats from getting into your toilet. Make sure that you leave no food or attractants in the drain. Make sure all entry points and drains are sealed. And consider placing a drain valve on drains to stop rats from entering the home and thereby getting in the toilet. So that's real. Rats in your fucking toilet. You imagine, middle of the night, gotta take a shit.
I can imagine it. I spent the night. My dad had this friend that lived in D.C. We used to go visit him for spring break and shit. And he had a hot tub and like a rec room on the basement floor. And my brother and I were spending the night there. And I was 16 or something like that. And I woke up and I felt something move. And I thought his dog was like fucking with my pillow. And I got up and the dog wasn't there. And the pillow started moving across the floor. And I lifted up the pillow and there was a giant fucking rat. I was so fucking scared.
Jesus Christ.
We ran up. Never went back to that room. But he found that rat like dead actually inside. He had a drum set down there. It curled up in the kick drum and kicked the bucket.
Jesus.
So after that was they get poisoned. They get like loopy and start walking towards you.
They also get out and they kill owls that way. Because the people that poison the rats go out and the owls kill them. And then the owls get sick and die.
Yeah, I don't use the poison. I just use the cats now around my house. But my house in Nashville too, there's so many owls. I felt like I never saw an owl as a kid. I see owl every day.
They are one of the weirdest, represented animals. The way we represent them as this wise creature in the woods that would answer questions and have solutions to puzzles. Well, what they really are is a ruthless fucking killer that flies at night and snatches other birds right out of their nest.
It's surreal when they fly over you. You can't hear them.
Yeah.
If you see one during the day and you make eye contact with them, not expecting to be caught.
Do you know that story, the staircase?
No.
Do you know the story? It was about a man was accused and sent to jail for killing his wife, but she had talon marks on her head, and now they think that she got hit by an owl outside the house because there was blood, her own blood, on the stairs and leading up into the house, and then she fell down a flight of stairs. And the thought was initially that this guy had did it to his wife. But now the new theory is that a fucking owl hit her because they found microscopic owl feathers in her hair. And they think that's consistent with the kind of injury that she would have had and that she had lost some blood and came in the house all fucked up and fell down a flight of stairs.
He's fucked. If that's all his defense came up with.
But I think they actually found the cut. No, I think owls do that to people. I think owls get other birds will whack you in the fucking head, you know?
Yeah, they're freaky.
They've woken me up in the middle of the night, making noise, hunting. I hear them in my yard.
If you're annoying and
They're humongous.
yeah, their fucking heads are beautiful too, aren't they?
Yeah, dude. Like I said, I feel like I never saw one, but now I live just right outside of the city, just right in this big park, and dude, I see the big ass owls. One of the great
Horned
oh my
something,
God,
I
they're
think.
fucking massive,
Beautiful.
like this big.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
When you see one clearly, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's almost like I shouldn't even be looking at you. How am I looking at you? You're supposed to be hiding, bro.
When they turn their head,
Creepy.
fucking insane.
There's a great video. Have you ever seen the night
Holy heck.
video of a hawk nest? There's these hawks in a nest, and you see this owl come out of the distance and just snatch one of the hawks right out of the nest. Can you get that? It's one of my favorite
Never
nature
seen that.
videos because it took. I don't remember when I realized that birds kill other birds, but it was post-internet. I never remember being taught that in school. Watch this shit. I didn't know they eat each other. Watch this shit. Boom! Snatch.
Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch.
I mean, the kind of force that it takes to do that. If someone hit you in the head like that, and you were
What kind of
coming
bird is
back,
that?
I think that's a hawk.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not
Yeah.
like a pigeon or something. It's
No, it's a fairly
fucking hawk.
good-sized animal, and this bird just fucks him up.
My
Just
stepdaughter,
swings away with them.
Seems like
my
the
stepdaughter,
drive-thru.
she knows. She's like a bird fanatic, so it's cool because when we're like going for a walk or something, she'll know like, she could tell a like if it's a falcon, because it's some sort of weird tail. But it's kind of crazy the amount of species of birds that live like in Nashville. It's kind of, I think it's, also Charleston's famous for it because Audubon lived there. That's why, like, that what's that elusive, or it's this extinct, the
Ooh.
ivory-billed
Crystals.
woodpecker? What is it?
Ivory-billed
What is
woodpecker.
it? There's a woodpecker that no one's seen since the 30s that people are always trying to say that they've
Oh.
seen. It's this big fucking woodpecker. Yeah.
Ooh, look at that thing.
So there's this place south of Charleston called the Ace Basin. It's this where three rivers connect, and it's like hundreds of thousands of wetland is protected. There's so many bird species down there, but I guess occasionally someone will say that they've seen this thing, but it hasn't been seen since the 30s.
I never saw an eagle until I went to Alaska. I saw a bald eagle a few years back. I remember looking at that thing, going, "That's our national animal. How the fuck? How did we pick that thing? Like they're majestic flying assassins."
Didn't it almost get taken out because of DDT? Didn't it?
I don't know what almost got them, but I think lead gets them too. Some of them die from lead poisoning because, like, say someone shoots an animal and doesn't recover it, and they find the lead pellets, so they'll eat the animal and they'll get lead poisoning. That happened to the condors too. That's what, like lead ammunition they're trying to get rid of in some states. California has already outlawed it.
Well, I just
Okay.
saw this thing that like basically everybody alive between like 1940 and now has some significant lead poisoning because of the additive of lead to gas. So if you're born, I guess, born before 85, there still was a lot of leaded gas. In fact, some countries they're still using leaded gas somewhere in Africa until this year. But like, I guess, like, lead is actually, it's not as common as you would think as far as being, it all stemmed from this guy who was trying to figure out the half-life of some uranium or something, and there was like this lead everywhere. He realized that, like, no matter what he did to his laboratory, that there was lead on everything, contaminated lead. And then he realized that the whole world is contaminated with lead, and that like trillions of IQ points have been lost over the last over the human population from everybody having lead poisoning. Like,
From leaded gas.
we'd all be a little bit smarter if it weren't for this lead. And they knew that it was bad. They named, instead of calling it leaded gas, they named it ethyl, not ethanol. They called it ethyl, and it raised the octane, like it supercharged the gas. He created one substance prior that it made him stink so bad that he had to like live in a different house. His wife almost like divorced him because he smelled like shit, couldn't get it out. And then a couple years later, he realized, if I just put a little bit of lead in this gas, it's like the octane's like, because the engines were all knocking back then because they were not getting enough high enough octane. So yeah, he fixed it.
I actually know this story, funny enough.
Accidentally just poisoned the whole world.
Holy shit!
Oh, I'm talking on the thing because listening to the thing.
I never even put those two together. I
No,
never
it's
knew
all
that
right.
leaded and unleaded gas meant actual lead.
Yeah,
I never even thought about
actually
it,
know
honestly.
this story.
I didn't even know. I just go, what kind do I need? That kind. What's the
put
good
lead
one?
in-
93? Okay.
They put lead in everything back then. Paint.
Crazy.
Wait a
That's big one,
minute.
right? Like little kids that ate paint. That was always the thing. Like, kids would
Is
make
that
fun of
not
kids in
doing?
school.
Oh my goodness, has this not been broadcasting the whole time, the audio?
She's told all the kids that lived there. We were all like in our mid-20s. She said, like, if you guys paint the house,
Oh no,
you
it
can live
was.
there for free this summer. So
There we go. Turn it up a bit.
they all decided to scrape and paint the house. And like after a couple of weeks, the cat died.
Oh, Jesus
like,
Christ.
What the fuck? And then they realized that they all had lead poisoning.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But
You
dude,
have to send
I remember
professionals in hazmat suits for that shit.
I definitely
Yeah, lead and asbestos.
I got hired to do this, like, to work at this old theater built in the 20s in Akron. I got hired to, like, oversee it getting renovated. And, dude, when I think back about that time, like, this is right before we started the band, dude, there's just, like, asbestos everywhere in there. And there's no respirator.
All over Akron.
Dude, everywhere. I was like, this can't be safe. But
They used to have it in the basements of buildings on the pipes.
Dude, yeah.
Like when I wrestled in high school, I was like, did they check these fucking pipes for asbestos? Is
Fuck
it
no.
illegal?
Fuck no. It's
Probably
everywhere.
not, right?
It's in all the tile. It's everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of those, right? There's a lot of those chemicals that find like fucking.
That's a naturally occurring thing, asbestos.
Is it
You
really?
mine it. Yeah, it's like a natural fiber.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
But is it cancerous? Is the idea that it has to be sealed up or something like that for it to be effective, or does it like get in the air?
The,
Like
the
what
fibers,
happens with it?
it gets into the lining of your abdomen,
Oh.
and it causes inflammation until it causes cancer. Yeah, I think that's how it works. I'm not a doctor, but I know that there's asbestos mines and stuff like in Canada.
When I was a kid, I got a lot of construction jobs, and one of them I had to insulate a roof, like crawl in the attic in the crawl space, and use what is that shit called? That
Pink
insulation. Yeah, that stuff. What is it? What's
Fiberglass.
Fiberglass insulation. You get it everywhere. It'd be in your skin.
Oh, yeah.
Like everywhere. You'd just be fucking sweating up there because it was hot, and then the fiberglass would get in your skin. It would just stick to you. It was just in your. You like itchy. Everything was itchy, and like if you're breathing that in, like how bad is that for you?
Dude, when we were making this record, we were listening to the Jerky Boys one day.
Those
that
guys.
that skit where he's like, "Hey, Jerky," he's like, "You guys fuck with asbestos? You fuck with insulation? I eat the shit. Put mustard on it, I eat the shit." Fucking amazing,
Jerky Boys were incredible.
dude. So
People
fucking good.
forgot. People forgot how funny those. They were the original, like famous prank call guys.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
They still hold up too. Some of those sketches are fucking
Dude,
hilarious.
I think they might even be funnier now, especially like in post cancel culture. Like,
right.
dude, the one where he calls as the Middle Eastern dude that just got molested by the dentist. I mean, it's fucking insane. He's like, "I wake up, my pants unbuttoned."
They did a couple of movies too, I think.
Yeah,
Didn't they do the Jerky Boys movies where they had to like save the world by prank calling people? Something like that.
dude, I got way into prank calls for a while.
Yeah.
I had a couple good ones. I was calling like KFCs, and then I would be like, "Hey, I'm calling from corporate. We just sent our secret taster out there. I'd like to talk to the manager. Get the manager off. I'm like, so the taster said everything was great, but it could only taste like 10 of the herbs and spices. So have you been storing the mix on like a aluminum rack in the back?" You just get really confusing. They're like, what? I was like, because the 11th herb and spice is actually, it's a caustic chemical if it comes in contact with metal. It just confused the shit out of the manager, and then I would call back because I feel bad because like I would have the people moving the bags of mix and shit. And I call back, "Did you just get a call from corporate?" And like, yeah, like, that's actually Popeyes. We've been one step behind them all day. Been fucking with us all day. I call like I do the same thing at like Olive Garden. And be like, "So I need you to go into the cooler and remove the word Iran from the breadstick box. We've broken the trade embargo." And they're like, "What? Where is it?" It's on the back. You need to go.
Did you record these?
I have them recorded. Yeah. There's one
Have
that
you
was
ever released them?
it's
We
like
pranked a record label one time, Warner Brothers.
we pranked our
None
record
Such.
label. They're like our record label. None Such puts out a lot of like new age music, so we called. It's a new age band. We had like wind chimes going. And our name of the band was like Quartzazium or something. We got through to like everybody, and then
Yeah.
dude, the best prank call though I did was. This is actually the last time we played SNL. I just didn't want to go out in New York. I was like nervous about like partying, getting sucked into a party. So like, stay at the hotel and just prank call people. So I just prank called a bunch of people, and I got on Craigslist and I searched for Egyptian artifact, and I found something for sale. It's an ancient Egyptian artifact. This guy actually in Texas, like near Waco. So I call him and it just goes straight to voicemail, and I leave a message. I say, "Hey, this is Dr. So-and-so from the National Museum of Canada. I'm trying to get in touch with you about this artifact." And his voicemail specifically said, like, "I will not respond to blocked calls or, whatever." I called back, left another message, and then my brother was there. My brother called. He's like, "I'm so-and-so's assistant. I've been trying to get in touch with you." So finally, like, we keep making prank calls, but we keep touching back on this dude. And I call, and finally he answers. He's like, "I know who this is." I was like, "Good. I've been waiting to get in touch with you. You have something that we really need." And dude, this phone call lasted 40 fucking minutes.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
tell him, I was like, this item that you have is something that we've been looking for decades. We've been building a pyramid in the center of Canada for the last 100 years. We're nearing completion. And when we get your artifact, we will be able to energize this pyramid. Are you comfortable with that? Are you comfortable with a total shift in global dynamics? And are you comfortable with some people it resulting in total enslavement of certain populations? And the dude was like, hell yeah, I am. Fuck Obama.
Oh my
And
god.
I was like, dude, here's how it works. Because we're a government organization, I have to offer you $50. You can counteroffer with any number. But this dude's like so confused by what I'm saying. I was like, would you accept $50 for this item? He's like, hell yeah. And I just like lose it laughing, hung up the phone. But dude, like the build-up was so intense. But dude, it's just fucking. But that's the shocking
Are
thing.
you gonna release those?
I'll send them to you.
Please do.
Yeah.
And if someone steals them from my phone, is that a problem?
That's not a problem.
If it gets leaked out into the great.
No, I'll send them to you. But I was talking to a friend of mine who's like he just does like counseling and does assessments of people's intelligence for prisons and stuff. And this person was basically saying that, like, a higher percentage of the population than you think are just complete idiots. No one really acknowledges it, but like, apparently I got in touch with one of them. Got the call, but I think they were saying that the average IQ in like prison is like way lower than you would think, and that most people who end up in prison, just they might have lead poisoning or something.
Holy shit.
They might, but then that becomes way scarier. That like people are in prison not because they've chosen to be criminal, but because they just
Can't think straight.
can't think straight.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Listen, I would imagine there's some kind of impact that all that shit has on in the environment and how it affects human biology. It's not good.
You start mixing like just someone is just an idiot with like
Yeah.
methamphetamines or drugs and
Right.
yeah.
And then there's dudes who just unfortunately get born with dull brains. Their brains just don't work good.
Yeah.
I've met people like that. It just sucks.
Have you seen this? I started watching this documentary on Netflix about this chick that had a vegan restaurant.
I heard about it. I heard it's insane.
Well, I had to stop watching it after the second episode because my wife and I were watching it. But she owns this vegan restaurant called Pure Food and Wine, and it was like at Union Square in New York. And like she starts dating this guy who's basically convincing her to wire him money like every day, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that soon that they will be immortal and that her pit bull will live forever. I was like, what the fuck?
So this guy scammed her? That's the story?
But honestly, she might deserve to have been scammed if she believed this shit. It was fucking insane. But yeah, I don't know what happened. I had to stop watching it because it was like how she kept sending this guy money, and he kept talking about how they were gonna live forever.
People get sucked into stupid shit, man. It doesn't seem to be that hard to get them either. There's plenty of people that get sucked into stupid shit.
Yeah. Dude, I got really obsessed with that Peter Popoff guy. He's like a TV evangelist who would get caught like scamming people. He would have like a wire in his ear, and someone would read, like they'd ask everybody that came into his like revivals, like, what's your name, what's your age, what's your ailment, why are you here? And then, these people wouldn't think twice about putting it on a card, and then he would say, is there someone here, named, Sharon? Do you have a sick parent? Or whatever, and like, people would watch this, just send this guy tons of money, man. He made millions of dollars. Then he got busted, and now he's back on. You can find him on like infomercials. He's selling holy water. Like he sells you holy water if you give him money, and also it helps. Like his thing's all like he has a lot of people on there who are like, oh yeah, I gave the mission, $100, and then I won the lottery. Because this whole thing is like Jesus will give you, rewards if you donate.
Even if you're broke.
Yeah, he's driving around in a Porsche,
That's how you're going to get your money. You got to give up all your money, and then Jesus is going to give back to you tenfold.
That's essentially what this guy was doing on the vegan thing. He was like, give me this money, and then you're going to get $100,000 a month for the rest of your life, and you'll be immortal.
People want to believe stupid shit. I got super fascinated with that story of that woman, Elizabeth Holmes, who made that Theranos company, where they developed like a blood test that didn't work at all.
Yeah.
Just takes your finger prick and it scans you for like a bunch of different diseases, but apparently it didn't work.
No.
It's a wild fucking story. It's like listening to the amount of people that invested and the amount of money they invested, like big time people
Oh yeah.
put hundreds of millions of dollars into this.
Yeah.
And now it's all just vaporware. It's nothing. And now she's on trial.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen different people fall for tons of different shit.
Well, that's how cults get started. Like the cults where they brand you. Like there's a certain amount of people that want to belong so badly. Or I wonder if it's also people with lead poisoning, or I wonder if it's also people who are medicated. Maybe all the above.
I mean, making bad decisions based on what other people think. You think what other people think you should do. I think it's pretty common.
Super common.
I mean, when we started the band, there was definitely decisions that we were making based on what we thought other people thought we should do.
Right.
At one point, we got offered, to put a song in a mayonnaise commercial in the UK. We were, keep in mind, like we might have had a couple $100 in our bank account. We were destitute, and we didn't like have, there was no other like lifeline. It was like this was our livelihood, and we were convinced fully by someone who was working with us as a manager that if we took that money and we had a song in that commercial, that we would be branded as sellouts and that we would no longer have a career.
Jesus Christ.
And so we didn't. And then we eventually learned to like.
It was like we were brainwashed.
We were brainwashed.
Because we were making records by ourselves in our basement, like on absolutely no budget.
Well, this
whatsoever.
guy lived in like a multi-million-dollar house in like a big major city, and he was the one telling us what it was just like, aye. But
Is that a real dilemma? Like when an artist gets an offer to sell a song for something like hot dogs, but it's a shitload of money. What is the thought process that happens?
It seems like it was a thing when we started. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't
really?
seem like it.
So no one cares anymore when it
I don't
happens.
think
They
so.
shouldn't care when it happens. It doesn't make it. It's not. It doesn't ruin the original song.
unless you have, I think certain songs were ruined by commercials. Like,
Oh, if they make a parody of it.
I heard it through the grapevine. I think was
Oh, that's a rough one.
there's a problem there. Although I love the song still, but
Yeah,
I think
that's
it,
true though. You do now have to think about the grapes dancing around.
yeah.
I don't think about the grapes, man.
Good for you. Thank
Um,
you. I'm glad you're there.
I don't really either. I think as long as you're comfortable with it. But yeah, we were definitely convinced multiple times. One thing we were told not to do was it was a Kate Moss jewelry commercial. We were told not. It was like Kate Moss like dancing around scantily clad, and we were told once again like we'd be a sellout for doing that, and we didn't. Or our manager had passed on it without asking us, and it was like what the fuck? Huh? Dude.
I've done a total 180 after you brought up the grapes. No, I agree. Yeah, it can fuck up a song, I guess. I didn't think it could. I didn't think like selling it to a commercial could, and then I thought about the grapes. I'm like, yeah.
It's just I think it's not so much the commercial as much as that commercial was omnipresent. It was overexposure. Hearing a song enough will make it a hit song. I think.
Right.
Like you, I'm convinced you could put any song, pipe it through every Walgreens, and it's gonna become a hit.
How about that really big cock song?
Absolutely.
You can see people dancing to it. Yeah.
Yeah. You could definitely in France or somewhere where they don't speak English. That like a big do you hear that cock song?
Well, what makes a hit today? Because of the fact that radio is not the big driver anymore, what is the biggest driver of record sales or of streams? Of like, how do people find out about stuff now? Most.
I mean, there's this kind of punk garage rock musician who goes by the name King Khan on the barbecue show. He actually has the second most TikToked song right now, which is amazing for him.
Wow.
So I don't know if that, but I don't know. I don't think any of those like analytics work anymore to determine what's happening. I don't think anybody really knows what's going on.
How does someone? But how do like say if you're an artist, you're talented. How the fuck does it get out there?
That's what we've wondered. I don't know, but what's interesting to me is how many musicians are selling like they're publishing. If we're always told like, oh yeah, record sales are No one's buying records, but then you see like these people selling
not
their
yet.
publishing for like 150 million, 500 million. Bruce Springsteen just sold everything for $500 million.
Discord.
Yeah,
He wants a submarine, son.
he wants that submarine.
He
Well,
wants that
hey,
submarine
there's
money.
a lot of inflation. He's not getting shit now.
He's gonna be up there
That
dressed
was a
like
really good
Tonetta,
one.
just dancing on his
That's so
giant
cute.
yacht. $500 million is a crazy amount of money. But I guess, what is Bruce Springsteen, like in his 60s somewhere, right?
I don't know. My friend said he's the only working class hero who wants to be known as the boss.
That's a good
Guys, I'm going
point.
to go ahead and wrap
That's a
up
good
things
point.
here. I
He
want to
had
thank
a
you all
podcast
for
with Obama
hanging
for a
out with
while.
me this afternoon, and I hope that you will join me again sometime. Let's go ahead and run our outro. Want to give a thank you to all of my amazing patrons: Angel, Avery Hillpeak, Doc, Rayson Anaba, Hash, Ivan Shear, Zero, and Zygrado Rickson, with an extra big thank you to our executive producers, Sharknet and Gigi. If you'd like to help support the show, please consider doing so, donating a couple bucks at my Patreon at patreon.com/redstaralchemy. Thank you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care, everybody.